In August of 2000, Hamilton took another giant leap by riding a wave so treacherous and so outrageous that it affected the course of big wave surfing history. The wave broke 3,000 miles south of Maui on the French Polynesian island of Tahiti at a reef pass known simply as Chopu.
Who ever thought that a wave could suck so much water off the reef, that a wave could be so powerful and cylindrical?
The wave Laird encountered at Chopu is a freak of hydrodynamics. Unlike the deep water, big wave breaks of Waimea, Mavericks, and Piahi, Chopu explodes laterally onto an extremely shallow, razor-sharp reef. The result is an extraordinary wave that, while not as high as Piahi, is almost unfathomable in its mass, power, and ferocity. Chopu's reputation was already fearsome, but neither Laird nor Derek Dorner could have imagined the once-in-a-lifetime wave that eventually appeared on the horizon.
I towed him onto this wave, and it was to the point where I almost said, "Don't let go of the rope." But when I looked back, he was gone.
I think it's the single heaviest thing I've ever seen in surfing. What could be heavier than that?
Laird's wave at Chopu was the most amazing, single most significant ride in surfing history, more than any other ride. Because what it did is it completely restructured collectively our entire perception of what was possible.
You go through a surf magazine, you've seen Pipeline, you've seen Off the Wall, you've seen Waimea, you've seen everything, and none of it has any impact. But when that photo came out, it stopped everyone's heart, and they went, where and what is that?
I remember picking up that magazine, looking at that magazine, and just going, man, that shit's impossible. You don't do that.
In my absolute prime, there's absolutely no way I could ride a wave like that.
Normally, surfers are dragging this hand along the face. Laird had to drag his backhand, on the opposite side of his board to keep himself from getting sucked up in that hydraulic. You know, in the middle of that maelstrom, how did his mind say, this is what I have to do? No one had ever ridden as Laird rode on that wave before. And so it was the imagination of dealing with that unimaginable energy and coming up with the plan spontaneously. He couldn't practice.
I asked Laird, I said, Laird, why do you ride waves like this? Why do you risk your life riding waves like this? And he looked at me. This is a week after he did this. And he was kind of drained from the experience. He was very mellow and I think he was humbled by the experience. And he goes, Dad, I've trained my whole life for this. I don't want to miss an opportunity like that.
I don't want to not live because of my fear of what could happen. It softened some hard corners in my life, I would say. And I felt honored to be awarded with something so magnificent that it just made me appreciate what I've been able to have, experience, do.